Single guys in New York City, this is for you. Monday, April 7th, 6:45 p.m., Rumble Upper East Side. I am hosting a singles workout class and mixer. The women's tickets have sold out, which means there are a ton of women and not enough men yet. So we need you. We want you.
This is further confirmed by the fact that men in 2026 are increasingly refusing to attend such events. Go on dates and generally interact with women very rarely. Women scream that they didn't need men because men used to chase women. But when guys realized they were being treated poorly, disrespected, and used as a resource for boosting their own self-esteem, they stopped dating. And for women, this was a huge shock. Because now women persuade men to go on dates, but no one needs that anymore.
Make sure that no Trump-supporting misogynist men ever talk to you again. I have the perfect solution for you. I'm gonna whisper this so that they don't find out, but you're going to cut your hair short. They hate it. Hate it. I had long hair all my life. It's been very interesting to see how much less I've been harassed and sexualized since cutting my hair short. It definitely weeds out a certain type of man, and I'm sure that many of you don't want to be associated with anyways. It's only those that have a lot of internalized misogyny want you to keep your hair long. Someone who truly loves you will not care the length of your hair. Sure, they might have their preference. That's always what the men come into my comments saying.
And I prefer long hair. It's my preference. BBBBB. Don't you want your partner to find you attractive?
Don't you want your partner to be happy, fulfilled, feel like themselves? Is that less important than your attraction? Interesting. And for all those who will come into my comments, because you always do on posts like these, yes, I have a partner, he loves me, and yes, I am still marriage material even though I have short hair.
In ancient times, women wore short hair when they were in mourning or had low social status. Because such women couldn't wear long hair, lice infested it. And in the modern world, very often, although not always, women prefer to wear short hair to stand out. For example, Britney Spears once shaved her head. It's a kind of protest against the system. I don't judge such women. Let them do what they want. But I highly recommend against getting a girlfriend like that, or, God forbid, marrying her. If this girl sabotages social norms, then she'll likely sabotage everything in your relationship as well. She's a scandalous and provocative woman who won't let you live in peace. The same goes for girls with lots of tattoos or piercings. They crave attention from people, from other men. Does anyone want a girl like that as a wife?
Single men in St Albans. I'm hosting a singles comedy night next Wednesday, and I've completely sold out of women's tickets. So guys, I need you.
Men have stopped going on these kinds of dates because there's no motivation to go. What can a man hear from women there? That women want a resourceful man with $1 million salary?
The most amount of men you've had on a roster at once?
Maybe like 30. It was like my junior year of high school.
In high school, okay. Was it within your high school?
No.
It was another high school?
Up and down California.
At what, 16? 16 or 17?
17. It was right after
The
me
breakup.
and the ex broke up.
How quickly after the breakup did you arrive at 30 on the roster?
That summer. We
Okay,
broke
so-
up in March.
Broke up in March, and then what, by May, June, you had a roster of 30
It's like
guys?
June or July. I mean, it was summer, like hot girl summer.
Did you meet them on dating apps?
Yes.
And you said up and down the California coast.
Just text me on Instagram, and if I found them
The
attractive.
Pacific Northwest?
I don't know. I'm not like that anymore. I was like that. Not gonna blame it on the breakup, but I definitely was a lot more immature last year. Right now, though, I'm like very single, but I'm not
Well, hold on,
closed off anymore.
But you've been dating a guy for 3 weeks.
No, we're not dating.
You're what then? You're
No, we're
Well,
just getting to know each other.
No, but you are.
It was one time.
Now she says she's not like that after having 30 sexual partners in a couple of months. No girl has ever become a saint after going through so many boyfriends. Girls like that are incorrigible. I'm sure there could be hundreds of guys out there. But now she wants to find a good, resourceful guy. But she's unlikely to succeed. Because a self-respecting man wouldn't do that.
I went to a Christian singles event, and here's why I think we're doomed to be single for the rest of our lives. That was a bit dramatic, but let me tell my story. So I went to singles night at Union Church's Charlotte campus. Now, I don't go to that church, but I started following Pastor Stephen since he was a guest pastor at my church earlier this month. And when I found out that he was writing a book on dating and relationships, I was interested because, listen, your girl could use some divine intervention in that area. But I'll be honest, I didn't want to go at first. I figured it's a Christian singles event. There's going to be 11 women there and like 2 men. Plus, they were advertising it as a conversation that you wouldn't expect to have at church. And I thought, I've heard enough of those modern dating and relationship podcasts. I don't need to hear any more, especially not with a biblical spin. Instead of having meaningful conversations about finding and building Christ-centered relationships, the event was a Q&A about superficial stuff, like mostly whether to settle for someone who does not earn 6 figures. Like, that seemed to be the hot topic of the night. People were asking that same question over and over again. And honestly, all that I took from it was that we're focused on the wrong things.
Women are truly focused on the wrong things. And if they understood this, their personal lives would be happy. Because the average-looking woman with an average or low income wants a handsome, tall, and resourceful man, when she should choose an ordinary guy with an average salary. That's the whole problem.
Husband is actively deconstructing his patriarchal conditioning. He isn't going to suddenly be open to a massive shift in how your marriage runs. He's not going to be open to him taking on more than he has before simply because you asked. In a different way, I might add. There is no amount of conversations or methods or ways that your husband is going to understand the unequal division of labor that is causing such unhappiness and resentment within your marriage. He has to first work on understanding how the patriarchy has benefited him at every turn, and that includes your lopsided marriage where you've been carrying more and he didn't even realize it until you brought it up. And even then, making lasting, meaningful change isn't going to come from you sitting down and having yet another conversation about how you'd like him to take on more because you're drowning in tasks and the invisible labor. It's going to come from him deconstructing the patriarchy's place, not just in your marriage, but in every aspect of his life. We have to stop telling women that simply having these conversations with their husbands is all they need to do in order for the marriages to be happier, healthier, and thriving. Or that having these conversations will suddenly make their husband open his eyes to the unequal division of labor that's not just plaguing their marriage, but the vast majority of marriages. This advice completely ignores the fact that you can't suddenly make your husband understand how the patriarchy and misogynistic beliefs has seeped its way into your marriage. And this messaging is harmful because it makes it seem like women just need to communicate more, communicate better, or in different ways. And their husband will suddenly understand that even though he's been raised his entire life through patriarchal conditioning, that this simple conversation can undo years of it. And that's simply giving women false hope.
Women talk so much about patriarchy, but they forget to fulfill their feminine responsibilities. Statistically, men still make a greater financial investment in their relationship than women. And a woman will argue that she's not a housewife because she doesn't enjoy it. Remember, women, you do housework not only for your husband, but for yourself as well.
A hot take on singles mixers because I think a lot of them are full and they don't care about all their customers. I have been to multiple ones before, and every time I go, either you have to spend $40 and nothing's included, you spend $40 and you don't meet anybody, you spend $40 and the event is unorganized and just like you're standing there looking like a lost puppy the whole time. Now, a lot of these events, the same people go to, so that's also kind of annoying to me. Yes, it's cool to make friends, but I also am at the age where I'm like, okay, I have enough friends. I just want my partner at this point. And honestly, I feel like a lot of people are just there more so to find someone to hook up with because they don't have intellectual conversations with people, and they end up just sticking to one person the whole night and not exploring other people. And that's on the host, in my opinion, because there's usually way too many women and not enough men. So yeah, I don't think spending $40 on a singles mixer is worth it. And I also tend to end up leaving with lower self-esteem. And I'd rather just stay home and read a book and hang out with my dog because I'm not driving an hour. She just yawned. An hour to go to singles mixers because there's none in my area.
Women's loneliness is becoming more and more prevalent. And the problem for women is that they begin looking for relationships in men at a much older age, after having had many sexual partners and with a dark past. At the same time, demanding something incredible from men on dates